The proton pack is not a toy.
Hey everybody, welcome back to The Proton Pack is Not a Toy. My name is Matt, and we're back with our weekly discussion of Ghostbusters Afterlife, and today's topic that I had in mind got bumped again because something else dropped, as tends to be the case every week right before I decide to film a video. And yesterday was a big one. We had the bombshell that Ghostbusters Afterlife was shown at a screening at CinemaCon in Las Vegas. This is a industry thing that every year each movie studio gets to show off some of the properties they've been working on, and so they'll show trailers and who knows what else, and sometimes they'll actually show parts of a movie that is ready to go. Yesterday was Sony's day, and while a lot of people thought that they would be focusing more on the Spider-Man property and the new movie that they have coming out, they decided after delving into Spider-Man a little bit, they brought out Jason Reitman and Ivan Reitman, and they talked about how excited that Sony has stuck to the theater experience and not gone digital with things during the pandemic and not put out things simultaneously between theaters and digital as well, and which was a popular thing for people that are in the theater industry to hear. And then they decided that, okay, hey, watch this, we're going to play Ghostbusters Afterlife for you in full, so sit back and enjoy. And this crowd of people got to watch Ghostbusters Afterlife, and it's supposedly covered by non-disclosure agreements. We'll see how much stuff leaks from that. But we did have a lot of people that posted their reviews of it, and I haven't gone, I'll just put this out there, I haven't gone looking for their reactions or their reviews, what they've been allowed to say. All I have seen is what's been tweeted out or retweeted by the accounts that a lot of you probably follow. The Ghostbusters official account, Ghostbusters News, Ghostbusters HQ. Yes, have some people in that realm. Those were the ones that have retweeted. GB Max on Instagram. Those are the ones that I've seen have been positive reviews. And the interesting thing from them has been the spectrum of people. We have people like us. I'm going to say us because I think a lot of you are like me. You've been waiting 30 plus years for the sequel to Ghostbusters 2, which is, sort of what this is. We've been waiting this whole time, and so we have us on this end of the spectrum, and we have the other end of the spectrum as people who didn't even plan to go to see Ghostbusters Afterlife when it does release. And everybody in between that were in attendance there got to see it, and there have been positive reviews from people along that whole spectrum. Obviously, there have been negative reactions and meh reactions and trolls out there as well that haven't been retweeted by these accounts that I've referenced here. And I haven't gone looking for the good or the bad. I've only seen the ones that have been put out there for me by these accounts. So, with that being said, it's cool to see people that weren't involved in production, people that aren't employed by Sony. It's cool to see their positive reactions and to know that it's not just going to be a poor movie or a middling movie, that there are people that have a job of going to see movies and giving people an opinion on movies that say this is good. And I'll put some of their tweets up here as I'm talking. But that's an exciting thing to me, that up to this point, all we've heard is, oh, it's good. We'll have most of these people that have an affiliation with Ghost Score or Sony, and it's their job to say that it's going to be good and to try to get the butts in seats. But this is being put out there to people that aren't paid to say good things about a Sony property, and yet they're still saying positive things about Ghostbusters Afterlife. So that is a very positive thing going forward. Another positive thing is I would think that outside of a government shutdown, this pretty much cements that we're not going to have November 11th pushed back any farther for the release date. The cat's out of the bag, the toothpaste is out of the tube, whatever your favorite saying is. It's kind of a point of no return where, okay, you got to show the movie now. It's out there for people to not necessarily review, but people that weren't involved to see. So we're in that dangerous world now that people who have signed non-disclosure agreements, who may have anonymous Twitter handles or YouTube accounts or whatever, might think it's fun to troll or make certain posts or leak things or put things in comments of videos such as the ones that I've put up where it's asked questions on certain aspects of Ghostbusters Afterlife. We might start seeing them putting things out there. I want you to know going forward that this channel is going to be a safe place to be. You're not going to get any Ghostbusters spoilers from The Proton Pack Is Not a Toy going forward. I know my last video we had the 3 pictures from a couple of weeks ago and we kind of spitballed what that was for, what it could be. Yeah, maybe that was a mistake, I don't know. But going forward, this channel is completely spoiler free. You're not going to see or hear anything that Ghost Corps wouldn't put out there, that the Ghostbusters Twitter and YouTube accounts, all that, all the marketing things, the things that they would put out is about the length that I would go here as well. So it makes me kind of nervous going forward with the format of these videos that I've been doing for Ghostbusters Afterlife. I've meant it to be a discussion and to get your comments and your involvement. And I'm happy to do that, and that's fun. But I don't want people to be posting any leaks or just anything that would keep me or anyone else that would read through the comments of my videos from being able to see the movie fresh when it comes out in November. If you're aware of anything, please don't put it in the comments. I'll turn the comments off if I have to. And I'll stop doing these as discussion videos and just put them out as topics. And here's what I think. And take away the whole discussion aspect of it. I don't really want to do that. I think it's fun to have, our discussion going back and forth in the comments. It's helpful for the channel and to get you guys to be involved as well. But if that means that we're going to have spoilers and we're going to have leaks, I don't want that. And so I'll do what I can to make sure that that doesn't happen here on the channel. And it's not completely uncommon for movies to be screened prior to them coming out. They usually do test screenings and find out what people like and don't like or what was hard to understand, and they'll go back and do reshoots and change things, and it's part of the process. I don't know how far Ghostbusters Afterlife went through that process before the pandemic began and everything kind of shut down, and maybe this is really the first time anybody outside of production has seen it. But it's not out of the ordinary for people to see a movie prior to it coming out. I'm just kind of nervous about it being so far away. We're 79 days away from this movie hitting theaters if it hits on that release date of November 11th. And I'm with a lot of you guys. I want to see it fresh. I don't want a lot of it to be spoiled or to hear a lot of details of things. I've been involved in the Ghostbusters fans forum Afterlife discussion that's been going on. There's a thread on there that's been since the first announcement that there was going to be a movie, and we had the teaser the next day of the Ecto-1 in the barn with the blanket flying off the back of the car. And in fact, 15 or 16,000 posts since then on that one thread. And there's been things that have been spoilerish on that thread. We knew about the mini puffs before it was actually something that Sony really put out there, because there were some products in Australia or something that had a picture of them on there. And things that have maybe leaked a little earlier that they intended to, but nothing major. I've stopped looking on there. Yesterday was my last day. I've been checking it daily for a couple of years, to be honest with you, since it started being posted about. And yesterday is my last day. We're just over 11 weeks away from release, and I don't want to see anything else about it. I want to go in at this point as fresh as possible. And like I said, my commitment to you as, somebody who watches this channel, you're going to know that it's a safe place to be. You're not going to hit any spoilers or leaks. And that's going to be the case all the way through November 11th. So I appreciate you guys watching these videos, and I hope to have some more Ghostbusters Afterlife content coming up on a weekly basis. And we'll see how we have to format it to keep people from potentially putting leaks and spoilers into it. But I'll do what's necessary to make sure that I can still have a way to talk about Ghostbusters Afterlife each week, and still keep it to where we're going to go in as fresh as possible in November. So again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate each one of you. Thank you guys for being a part, commenting on the videos, sharing them on your pages, and contacting me through Instagram and Twitter. And I'll be here, and I'll keep putting content out there for you guys. Thank you to all of you who have subscribed since I've started doing this discussion format for Ghostbusters Afterlife. I hope this is content that you're enjoying, and I'll keep doing it, and I'll keep trying to keep it as fresh and safe for you guys to have things to think about and talk about, but not to the point of ruining anything for you guys, because that's where I'm at too, and that's the way I want to have my experience as well. Again, appreciate you all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next week, if not sooner.